Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. So we are going to continue reading today from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 1. We are in the middle of, towards the end of the purport of text 9. But just a quick announcement. Today is the disappearance day of Srivas Pandit, Srivas Thakur. He's one of the members of the Pancha Tattva. He said, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas. So today is disappearance day. He was an incarnation of Narad Muni. Narad Muni comes in this Kali Yuga in the form of Srivas Thakur. And Lord Chaitanya began his Sankirtan movement in the house of Srivas. In the night, they used to have all night long kirtans, amazing ecstatic kirtans in the house of Srivas Pandit. Many, many pastimes took place at his place. Amazing, amazing personality. So yeah, just wanted to say a few words about him. So we have to finish this purport today. Vaishla Prabhupada. Does anyone remember what we were reading yesterday before we begin?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, we read that how Sukdev Goswami tells Maharaj Parikshit about the features of the supreme control, supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. Krishna is the supreme controller of the material modes of nature. He controls the material qualities, as it says in the Bhagavad Gita, Devi hi esha gunamai mama maya duratyaya. So Krishna is, so the material modes of nature is Sattva Gun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. So he is the master of Prakriti. We are under the control of the modes of material nature. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not partial to anyone. Krishna is not influenced by Sattva Gun, Rajogun, or Tamogun. So the Lord is therefore called the Supreme Ishvara, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha. When the quality of goodness is prominent, the sages and demigods flourish. When the mode of passion is prominent, the demons flourish. And when ignorance is prominent, the yakshas and rakshasas flourish. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is present in everyone's heart as the Super Soul. He simply gives the results of the increase in the various qualities. Sometimes there is an increment of Rajo Gun, sometimes of Tamo Gun, sometimes of the mode of goodness, Sattva Gun. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, grief develops. And from the mode of ignorance, foolishness, madness, inertia, illusion develops. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, being situated in everyone's heart, gives direction to everyone in terms of one's capabilities in taking the instruction. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, text 10, Krishna says, Tesham satata yuktanam vajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So I think it's still here. I can remember.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. So we are going to continue with this purport. By external features, one cannot understand who is favored by Krishna and who is not. According to one's attitude, Krishna becomes one's direct advisor, or Krishna becomes unknown. This is not Krishna's partiality. It is his response to one's ability to understand him. So Krishna reciprocates, as Krishna says, Ye yathamam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajami aham. As you surrender, I reward you accordingly. He doesn't say only you can surrender, only you can surrender. No, it's open for everyone. He's telling everyone, you come to me. But then one who actually comes to him, then Krishna reciprocates. So this is not Krishna's partiality, Prabhupada is saying. So according to one's receptiveness, whether one be a devta, asur, yaksha, or rakshas, Krishna's quality is proportionately exhibited. This proportionate exhibition of Krishna's power is misunderstood by less intelligent men to be Krishna's partiality. But actually, it is no such thing. Krishna is equal to everyone. And according to one's ability to receive the favor of Krishna, one advances in Krishna consciousness. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives a practical example in this connection. In the sky, there are many luminaries. At night, even in darkness, the moon is extremely brilliant and can be directly perceived. The sun is also extremely brilliant. When covered by clouds, however, these luminaries are not distinctly visible. Similarly, the more one advances in Sattva Gun, the more his brilliance is exhibited by devotional service. But the more one is covered by Rajogun and Tamogun, the less visible his brilliance, for he is covered by these qualities. The visibility of one's qualities does not depend on the partiality of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is due to various coverings in different proportions. So here Prabhupada is explaining in terms of how one is covered, to what degree one is covered by Rajogun, Sattvagun, and Tamagun. To that degree, one's qualities are going to be prominent. Thus, one can understand how far he has advanced in terms of Sattvagun and how much he is covered by Rajogun and Tamagun. Because the endeavor should be to come towards Sattvagun. So that's why Prabhupada says immediately, take to the Krishna consciousness movement. Take up Krishna conscious activities to transcend the modes. Krishna says, you want to get out of the modes, it's very difficult, but you surrender to me. And in this way, you can get out of the modes. Devihi Yashagunamai Mam Maya Duratyaya Mam Eva Ye Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tarandite. So the modes are very difficult to overcome. So how shall we overcome them? Take up Krishna consciousness, take up devotional service, take up hearing and chanting, worshipping the deity. If we at all want to rise above the modes. So the more one engages in devotional service, the more one can rise above the modes of nature. Going on. Yada shishrikshu pura atmana paro
Yada sikshu pura atmana paro
raja srajatiesha prathak swamayaya.
raja srijati isha pritak swamayaya
Satvam vichitrasu riram surishvara
Satmam vichitra suridam sur Ishvara
shashyeshyamanastama iryatiyaso.
Saishyamanastama irayati aso.
When the Supreme Personality of Godhead creates different types of bodies, offering a particular body to each living entity according to its character and fruitive actions, the Lord revives all the qualities of material nature Sattvagun, Rajogun, and Tamagun. Then, as the super soul, he enters each body and influences the qualities of creation, maintenance, and annihilation, using Sattvagun for maintenance, Rajogun for creation, and Tamagun for annihilation. Although material nature is conducted by the three qualities of Sattvagun, Rajogun, and Tamagun, the nature is not independent. So the modes, the modes are controlling us, but under whose, under whose order are they acting in such a way? So as the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 9.10, Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. This material nature is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, and it is producing all moving and unmoving beings. By its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. The different changes in the material world take place as actions and reactions of the three gunas. But above the three gunas is the director, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the laws of nature are there. But who is the lawmaker? That's Krishna. He is the lawmaker. He has made these laws. He's made this Rajogun, Tamagun, Sattvagun. So in the various types of bodies given to the living entities by material nature, yantra rudhani mayaya, either Sattvagun, Rajogun, or Tamagun is prominent. The body is produced by material nature according to the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So every body also is predominantly under which mode, because, for example, animals, then mode of ignorance, demigods, mode of goodness, human beings, there's a mixture there, mode of passion mostly. So, therefore, it is said here, Yada Sisrikshu Pura Atmana Para, indicating that the body is certainly created by the Lord. Karmana Deva Netrena. According to the karma of the living entity, a body is prepared under the Supreme Lord's supervision. Whether the body is of Sattvagun, Rajogun, or Tamogun, everything is done by the direction of the Supreme Lord through the agency of the external energy. Prataksva Mayaya. So, as we say, right, Mother Nature prepares different bodies for us. As we have acted in this life, we are going to get a body in the next life. So then that body is also under the modes of nature, predominantly under which mode of nature it is. And everything is happening under Krishna's direction. So why is Mother Nature giving us this kind of body? Because this is the laws. The laws are made by the Supreme Lord. So in this way, in different types of bodies, the Lord Ishwar gives directions as Paramatma. And again, to destroy the body, he employs the Tamogun. This is the way the living entities receive different types of bodies. So the Supreme Lord, the Paramatma, he is supervising everything. He's there in our hearts. He's there in every atom. He's supervising, he's maintaining this material universe. He's the one who's creating it, maintaining it, and then again annihilating it. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Kalam charantam sirjatisha ashrayam.
Kalam charantam sijjati sha ashriyam.
Pradhana kumbhyam naradeva satyakrit.
Pradana pumbhyam naradeva satyakrit.
O great King, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of the material and spiritual energies, who is certainly the creator of the entire cosmos, creates the time factor to allow the material energy and the living entity to act within the limits of time. Thus, the Supreme Personality is never under the time factor nor under the material energy. So we are under the control of time. We can't tell time to stop. We can't say, okay, right now time has to stop. 1st of July, 7:21 a.m. Now it has to stop. It can't go any further. We can't do that. We are under the control. But Krishna can control time. He can, like how in that one night of Ras Leela, he made it like one day of Brahma. And they were thinking it's just one night, but actually it became one day of Brahma. It's the Chatur Yugas, all four yugas combined together. So Krishna controls time. We can't control the time. We are forced to act under the control of time. Those Krishna says, time I am, I've come to destroy the three worlds. So those who don't surrender to Krishna then have to surrender to time. One should not think that the Lord is dependent on the time factor. He actually creates the situation by which material nature acts and by which the conditioned soul is placed under material nature. Both the conditioned soul and the material nature act within the time factor. But the Lord is not subject to the actions and reactions of time, for time has been created by Him. To be more clear, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that creation, maintenance, and annihilation are all under the supreme will of the Lord. So it's the Lord's will. This time the creation is happening. Till this time it's going to be manifest, and this time it's going to be destroyed. It's all happening under God's plan. In Bhagavad Gita 4.7, the Lord says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijami aham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharat, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Since Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the controller of everything, when he appears, he is not within the limitations of material time. Janma karma chame divyam. So one may think, oh, Krishna is coming to the material world, so he also has to follow time. No, but he is the maker of time. He doesn't have to. He can come whenever he wants. He's coming by his own sweet will. He's controlling time. He's controlling the material nature. He's controlling everything. So that's why he's saying that when he comes to the material world, he's still coming in his spiritual body. His activities are all spiritual. His leelas are all spiritual, divya. Divyam, he's saying, no? So they're all divya, they're all transcendental. In this verse, the words, so we can understand how that if a president wants to visit a prison, he can come and go as he pleases. He does not have to follow the rules of the prison that, oh, I can go only at this time and I have to leave at this time. No, he can come and go as he pleases. He doesn't wear this prison uniform. He doesn't have to follow the rules of prison. Although the prison is also in his own country. He's also have he is also the ruler of the prison. So he can come and go anyway, anytime he likes. In this verse, the words kalam charantam srijati sha ashrayam indicate that although the Lord acts within time, whether sattva gun, rajogun, or tamagun is prominent, one should not think that the Lord is under time's control. Time is within his control, for he creates time to act in a certain way. He is not working under the control of time. So we hope we can control time. Don't we say, oh, I wish time could stop? But we can't do it. I don't know if you all have had that experience. We might just say, oh, I wish this time would just stop if we are experiencing a very happy moment. And sometimes when it is a suffering moment, then we feel, oh, I hope this time passes very soon. Let it go as soon as it can. But we can't control it. We can just wish things to happen. We can just desire or pray. But the time is in Krishna's hands. He's controlling time. He's created time so he can control it. The creation of the material world is one of the Lord's pastimes. So this is also his Leela, this creation of the material world. Everything is fully under his control. Since creation takes place when Rajogun is prominent, the Lord creates the necessary time to give facilities for Rajogun. Similarly, he also creates the necessary times for maintenance and annihilation. Thus, this verse establishes that the Lord is not under the limitations of time. So one may think that, oh, when Krishna comes, he is also subject to time. No, he comes and goes as he pleases. Whenever he wants, he comes. Of course, he says that whenever there's rise in irreligious principles, he comes then. But that also is his law. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Krishna is the supreme control. I'm sorry. Sachidananda Vigraha. He possesses a blissful spiritual body. Anadi, he is not subordinate to anything. I'm sorry. As the Lord confirms in Bhagavad Gita 7.7, Mata Parataram Nanya Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya. O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, there is no truth superior to me. Nothing can be above Krishna, for he is the controller and creator of everything. So we want to be the controller. We are trying to be the controller, but the real controller is Krishna. We can create some things. We can create a nice dish or a skyscraper, but then we are secondary creators because we can't create the elements. We are just taking whatever raw materials are available, and with that we can create. But who's creating the raw materials? That's Krishna. So he's the creator of everything. He's saying in Bhagavad Gita, there's no one above me. We may try to say, oh, well, then who created Krishna? Because we are always saying, oh, we see a painting, we say, who's the artist? We see anything, we want to know who's the creator. So then we come to Krishna. Krishna says, I am the original creator. There's nothing above me, there's nothing beyond me. And then he says, one who can understand there's nothing superior to me, then he surrenders to me. And such a person is a great soul. He is very rare. There's no truth superior to me, he's saying. There's no one higher than or equal to Krishna. So the Mayavadi philosophers say that this material world is mithya, false, and that one should therefore not bother about this mithya creation. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. But this is not correct. Here it is said, Satyakrit, whatever is created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Satyam Param, cannot be called mithya. The cause of the creation is Satya, true. So how can the effect of the cause be mithya? The very word Satyakrit is used to establish that everything created by the Lord is factual, never false. The creation may be temporary, but it is not false. So this world is not false. We are very much right here, right now. We are very much inside the body. This world is true. It is existing. It is created by Krishna himself. It's not an imagination, but it is temporary. It's for a short time. Our time in this body is very short. Then we take up another body. Then in that body also is short. Then another body. And this entire material creation is for a short time, temporary. But the creation does exist. Is that okay?
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, this is true. Like all time management is done by Krishna. Like we are thinking like we are doing it,
But I just want to know, like when we take birth and we grown up and we make some plan, uh, like today we'll do it, yeah, tomorrow we'll do it, or next year we have this plan like that. So is this also correlated with Krishna's plan, or this is just our plan? Like how these all
So
also managed by Krishna?
Krishna does not interfere with our desire, with our free
Okay.
will.
Hmm.
Hmm?
So
Krishna
these are our
facilitates
plan.
our, huh?
These are our plan, right?
Yes. These are our
Okay.
plans, and Krishna is facilitating fulfilling our plans by this agency of the material world, through the agency of the material world. What is Krishna's plan? Krishna is saying, Sarva Dharmam Parityagya. He's telling everyone, you surrender to me. Krishna's plan is come to the spiritual world. And we are saying, no, 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 I want to still here enjoy with the material energy. Krishna's
But
plan for us is each of us to come back to the spiritual world. So if
but
we can,
birth and death
Mhm.
are planned by Krishna, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Birth
Yeah,
birth and death.
everything is happening under his plan. But you're saying that we make our plans. I want to do this, I want to do
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
But that's our desire. That's our free will.
Okay, okay, okay. Hmm.
That's our free will, our choice.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Then the sanction is coming from Krishna. Yes. Whether this thing will happen or no, how it will happen, that sanction is coming from Krishna.
Hmm.
But the desire is ours.
Okay, okay. Like हम बोलते हैं ना, when sometimes we say like, oh, this is just because this is God plan. So don't think too much. Even whatever you are doing is just because of Krishna's plans or God's plan. Like हम ऐसे ही बोलते हैं ना कि ये जो हो रहा है
Yeah.
वो सब भगवान की ही मर्जी है. तो उतना चिंता
Yeah.
नहीं करने का, जो भी है इट्स ओके. और
y-
whatever he planned for us, it will be good somehow.
Yeah.
मतलब इंस्टेंटली हमको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि ये अच्छा है कि बुरा, बट लेटर यू विल रियलाइज लाइक दिस ऑल आर हैपनिंग फॉर अ गुड थिंग. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना हम लोग रेगुलर,
Uh-huh.
मतलब अपना डे टू डे.
That is right.
या.
That is to understand that Krishna is our best friend. He is our best friend. He's taking care of us. And we have to learn to depend on him. Yeah.
या अंडरस्टूड. लाइक वी हैव डिजायर बट इट इज गोइंग टू बी फुलफिल्ड और नॉट, इट इज कृष्णा's desire.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, understood.
Yeah.
And we
So
should
what
accept
so
whatever
what we
his
have
will
to
is.
do, yeah, we should accept whatever his will is, understanding that he has the
Mm.
best, our best interest in heart. He
Mm.
knows
Mm.
what is best for us.
Mm.
So
Like
yeah.
this
So
makes sense. Yeah.
what is the what Krishna wants is that everyone comes back. So if we can follow this, Krishna is waiting for us to follow this,
Mm.
you know, and give this knowledge to others also, so that everyone can know, oh, we actually have a relationship with Krishna. We have forgotten him, to revive this love for Krishna.
Mm. Yeah, got
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ya esha rajan apikala ishita
Ya esha rajan apikala ishita
satvam suranikam ivedya ive ivedhayati ataha.
Sattvam Suranikam Ivaidayati Attaha.
Tatpratyanikan asuran sura priyo.
Tat Pratyanikan Asuran Sura Priyo.
Rajas tamaskan praminoti urushava.
Rajas Tamaskan Praminoti Urushratvat Shavaha.
O king, this time factor enhances the sattva gun. Thus, although the Supreme Lord is the controller, he favors the demigods who are mostly situated in sattva gun. Then the demons who are influenced by tamogun are annihilated. The Supreme Lord induces the time factor to act in different ways, but he is never partial. Rather, his activities are glorious, and therefore he is called Urushrava. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 9:29, Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedveshu stena priya. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. The Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be partial. He is always equal to everyone. Therefore, when the demigods are favored and the demons killed, this is not his partiality, but the influence of the time factor. A good example in this regard is that, one moment, I'm sorry, I lost that. Is that an electrician connects both a heater and a cooler to the same electrical energy. The cause of the heating and cooling is the electrician's manipulation of the electrical energy according to his desire. But factually, the electrician has nothing to do with causing heat or cold, nor with the enjoyment or suffering that results. So here Sukadev Goswami is explaining that it's not that the Lord is partial to the demigods and he is envious to the demons. No, the demigods are in Sattvagun and the demons are in Tamogun. So the time factor, this time factor favors Sattvagun. And so naturally, it happens in a natural way. Now, who wants to be a demigod, who wants to be a demon, that choice depends on us, right? Krishna is not forcing, so he's not envious of anyone. He's giving this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to everyone. It's open knowledge. Everyone can take it. Anyone can take it. He's not saying, oh, it's only for this people, this, and not for this. So he is not envious. He's not partial. This is just the way the workings are. Prabhupada is giving the example that the electricity powers our refrigerator also, our heater also. It's the same electric power. It's just what we are connecting it to. So there have been many historical incidents in which the Lord killed a demon, but the demon attained a higher position by the mercy of the Lord. Putna is an example. Putna's purpose was to kill Krishna. Aho bakiyam stanaka alakutam. She approached the house of Nanda Maharaj with the purpose of killing Krishna by smearing poison on her breast. Yet, when she was killed, she attained the highest position, achieving the status of Krishna's mother. Krishna is so kind and impartial that because he sucked Putna's breast, he immediately accepted her as his mother. The superfluous activity of killing Putna did not diminish the Lord's impartiality. So Krishna didn't say, hey, you were supposed to kill me. I saved myself. Oh my God. How terrible could you be? He's not having a panic attack. He's not, saying, oh, he's not condemning her. No, he's saying, oh, you fed me your breast milk. So I'm giving you the position of a nurse in Golok Vrindavan. He's not saying, oh, you were actually wanting to kill me. He's saying, you fed me your breast milk. So you have become my nurse now. You have become my mother now. So he's bringing her to Golok Vrindavan. So we can see how compassionate Krishna is. How compassionate. She wanted to kill him. And he's just a baby. right? How would we act if somebody was wanting to kill us? How would we react? What would we do? You know? So that's why Krishna is saying, I'm not envious of anyone. I'm equal to all. Isuridam Sarvabhutanam, the friend of everyone. Therefore, partiality cannot apply to the character of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who always maintains his position as the Supreme Controller, because everyone belongs to him. Everyone is his part and parcel. He loves each and every one of us, each and every one. It's not that he loves only someone and he doesn't love another. He loves everyone. He's waiting for each and every one of us to reciprocate to him. He's saying, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajami aham. As one surrenders, I reward it accordingly. The Lord killed Putna as an enemy, but because of his being the supreme controller, she attained an exalted position as his mother. Srila Madhva Muni therefore remarks, Kale kala vishaye pishita dehadi karan natva suranikam iva sthitam sattvam. Ordinarily, a murderer is hanged. And the Manu Samhita, it is said that the king bestows mercy upon a murderer by killing him, thus saving him from various kinds of suffering. Because of his sinful activities, such a murderer is killed by the mercy of the king. Krishna, the supreme judge, deals with matters in a similar way because he is the supreme controller. The conclusion, therefore, is that the Lord is always impartial and always very kind to all living entities. So Prabhupada is here quoting Srila Madhva Muni, that Krishna had to kill Putana. Someone may say, oh, then why did he kill her? Well, he had to kill her because so she can be relieved of all her sins, just like a judge also before. If somebody would murder someone, then the judge will order him to be killed, just so that they don't suffer too much in the next life. You know, they can pay off their karma immediately. So, but then where is the result? Krishna is bringing her to the spiritual world. He's so compassionate. Where can we find such a compassionate master other than Krishna? There's no one as compassionate as Krishna. Anyone wanted to add anything? Share anything?
So does it mean like any sinful person, Krishna can be compassionate, compassion to that person? It's just, I'm just wondering.
Well, then one comes in under the laws of karma, right?
Yeah.
Again, Krishna is saying how you surrender to me, what relationship one has with Krishna.
But then Putna didn't surrender, no?
But then she gave her breast to him. She gave him her milk. So he says, you gave me your milk. So, but if any other person, if they have no contact with Krishna, how will Krishna also have a relationship with them? Then that's laws of nature. But we have to understand that even under laws of nature, Krishna is still the most compassionate because he is wanting to us to reform ourselves. Like a father always wants the child to become good. He wants the child to give up bad habits. So sometimes the father may tell the child, oh, you're buying cigarettes with the money I gave you, so I won't give you any money because I know you're going to go buy cigarette, right?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
It's
Krishna.
something like that, like in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, like it's saying like Sravanam, Kirtanam, and Vadanam. So even though we're like a demon or wanted to kill or harm somehow to Krishna, but they were thinking about Krishna, right? He
And they're
marna
thinking
hai.
about Krishna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is also a kind of like getting Krishna mercies, right?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
because they're
so
thinking
this,
of Krishna.
yeah, so that this is somehow related with devotion. Even they were
But it's
murderer,
not
or
devotion. It's not devotion. They
not
don't have
devotion, like,
devotion.
but they were thinking, yeah,
Yes, they are thinking of
remembering
Krishna.
Krishna. Yeah,
Yes.
remembering Krishna. Yeah, even
Or
want
like
to,
how in the case of Ajamil, he was
yeah,
actually not remembering. And he was
Yes.
calling his son's
son,
name.
son.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
his
Narayan.
name was
Yeah,
Narayan. But still
yeah,
he
yeah.
got also.
So that's why
So,
I'm matlab, relating. Like
Yeah.
maybe it is somehow Kans also, he was trying to harm Krishna, and
Yeah.
Putana also, because he sent. So she was remembering, like, oh, I have to go to that house and I want to kill Krishna. So somehow they were remembering.
yes. And so, like,
So
Ajamil is calling Narayan. So Krishna is saying, oh, he's calling me.
yeah,
Krishna is not saying, oh,
yeah,
he's not calling. Krishna is not saying, oh, why should I send my Vishnu Dutas? He's not
yeah,
remembering me. Why should I send him?
yes,
Krishna is saying, oh
yes,
my God, he took my name. He took my name. So
yeah,
we can
yeah.
see how
Even Krishna
compassionate
knows.
Krishna is. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's why.
this
Like
is his
somehow,
compassion.
yeah,
Yeah.
compassion. Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
one can say,
Somehow.
no, then I'm doing sinful acts. I'm going to do okay, but I know I'll just have to take the Lord's name.
Then
This
that
I
is an
Krishna's name.
wonder
offense.
sometimes. I said,
Yeah,
how?
that is the
You know?
seventh offense to the chanting the holy name. That committing sinful
Mm,
activities on strength of chanting the holy name, that is the seventh
Mm.
offense. And then the holy name is not gonna work for that person because we can't take
Like,
advantage of Krishna.
like
We can't
intentionally,
take advantage
intentionally.
intentionally. Yeah, we can't do that.
Mm. Mm.
That is that is an
yeah.
offense then.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Ravan, he was delivered, no, by Lord Rama. So he
Mm-hmm.
also went, right, to the spiritual world.
Yeah,
Mm.
got because he was killed by Lord Rama, so he got liberation because he
Liberation,
was
yeah.
killed by Lord Rama himself
They
personally.
said
So
that
this
one
is what,
touch of his
yeah, that's right. That's right. Then again,
so
we have
then
to
here
see
the
that Ravan, huh?
karma doesn't come, karmic reactions
Of which one?
of like Lord Ram and all. I mean, of Ravan. So where does the karmic reactions come? He has done so much sin.
So Krishna killed him because he's done so much sin. He has to die now, right?
He has
Just
to
as we
die, but
just heard.
then
See,
yeah,
just
but yeah,
we are
he
saying
got
just
killed.
that. You mean why didn't he suffer more?
Yeah, he got killed, and okay, he went up. He got liberation,
He
but he
got
went to the
liberation.
spiritual world. No,
Yeah, but you have to again understand this Ravan. This was
mm.
all the pastime of the Lord, right?
All this, yeah, land,
That
right?
Jai Vijay, then they came again.
Last time, yeah,
Ravan, he came again as Shishupal and Dandavakar. They came, no?
correct. Yeah, yeah.
Right? That's the
This is a pastime. Yes,
pastime. No ordinary person can fight with the Lord like that.
that's what. Yeah, right.
So, and then, but someone may think, oh, well, he didn't suffer. But then he has to give up. He is so powerful. He has to give up his kingdom. He has like so many people working under him. Ravan, even the demigods, Ravan, the Indra, he took away Indra's kingdom also, right? I'm not sure if he
Yeah,
did that,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
he had, so he was so powerful. So someone may say, oh, well, then that's not suffering. But then when he dies, he has to give it all up.
Mm.
He had a lot going on for him
Mm.
in his
Because
position
he,
as Ravan.
yeah, because Ravan also knew everything about Rama, and he really wanted to get liberation. That's why even the Vibhishan or Mandodari asked him to like give Sita Mata, but he wanted like all his relatives or loving, they will also get liberation by the blessings of Krishna. If even it will be he is going to die, but there somehow he is going liberated. So this is a kind of because he was very much a scholar, like even in Rameshwaram, he went to for the Shivling in Rameshwaram. Rama get abhiseked by Ravana. It was a big story because no one more scholar than Ravana. So he went to put the Shivling, Rameshwaram Shivling by the Abhishek of Rama. So
Yeah.
Rama also knew like he is Ravan, but it's somehow very interesting. But like we are not so knowledgeable, we cannot understand what was the reality. But somehow Rama have a blessing upon Ravana also.
Ravan was a very, highly qualified scholar, but then he also got affected, right? Influenced by the mode
Yeah,
of
material.
Yeah,
Tamona, Tamogun,
yeah,
and that's how he
Yeah,
got.
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
that's right. That's why he was killed by Ravan. I'm sorry, he was killed by Lord
Rama,
Rama for that.
Rama, yes. Yes.
He was killed for that thing.
Yeah.
So we'll stop here for today. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.